Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Berna and back with another tutorial today on how to make this beautiful rose bag. As you can see, it features handles with pearls, and you can make this in any size of your choice. I'll be guiding you as we go. And also the beauty of this is that it is a well-lined bag, so I'll also be showing you how you can line this. If it's something you're interested in, please stick around. Do not forget to subscribe, share, like, leave a positive comment, and let us get started with our tutorial. So for the yarn, I worked with milk cotton yarn. I used about 3.5 balls for my size, but depending on the size of bag you're making, you may need more balls if you're making a bigger size. So and you'll also be needing pearls for the handles. I used about how many, like 30 of these, I'm not so sure, but just have quite a number of pearls with you. Then also you need a lining about 1/2 meter that's close enough to the shade of yarn that you're using. This was the closest I found for my yarn. And then you also need a sewing thread that's also in sync with the shade of your yarn and lining. Then you will need these rings that are going to help us to connect our handle. You'll need a pair of those. Then you'll need a sewing thread, a regular sewing thread, and a darning needle. And for the hook, I worked with a 4mm, but you can use any hook that your yarn recommends, plus stitch markers. Also, you need quite a number of these. Also, we'll be needing a tape measure that I did not bring here, but you also need a tape measure. So in addition to the materials, you'll also be needing some chalk just to help us to outline the base of the bag on our lining, just a little piece of chalk. Then you'll also be needing a bag stopper. It's kind of like a magnetic piece. Yeah, you need just the one that opens up and also the one that closes. I just found these at my local store, so make sure you just have a bag stopper that can close and open like this. And lastly, you also need a pair of scissors plus some fabric pins. These will help us to pin the bag to the lining when we are sewing. So let's get started. So to begin, we are going to first make one rose. As you can see, I already made one. We need to make 2 of these. We need 2 of these, which we are going to seam together to eventually make the final bag. So I already have one ready, so let me show you how I did that. You're going to grab your yarn, you're going to start off by making a magic ring. So this is how I do mine. I make an X over my 2 fingers like this, and then go over it, then on top of it, and then I pull. Just hold it tight like that, then chain up 1 to fasten it. Make sure I fasten it properly. So you're going to make a chain of 3, and then that counts as our first double crochet. So we're going to make 11 more double crochets into that magic ring. So go ahead and put more excuse me, 11 more double crochets into your ring. So when you're done, you're just going to pull on the strand that we left, pull it tight to close up the ring, and you should have 12 double crochets including the chain 3, because it also counts as a stitch. So confirm that you have 12 double crochets, and when you're sure, we are going to go ahead and slip stitch on top of the the chain 3 of the first double crochet. Just go on top of it and make a slip stitch. And yeah, we have something like this. So you're going to chain up 3, and into that same stitch you're going to make another double crochet. To the very same stitch where you have the chain 3, make another double crochet. So we shall have 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And now we are going to try out something different for the next stitches. We are going to create some sort of loops. Our stitches would appear like loops, so we are going to be working in the back loops so that we create a loop effect in our next stitches. So yarn over and put a double crochet back loop only into the next stitch, then another double crochet into the same stitch, back loop only, then again work a double crochet into the next, back loop only. So 2 double crochets into every stitch, but only in the back loops. 2 double crochets only in the back loops, guys. This middle. This is what we are going to repeat for this round. So you're going to keep on going with that pattern, and it should leave you with 24 double crochets all the way around. So let's meet after you're done. So I'm back, done working 2 double crochets, back loop only into every stitch, and confirm that you have 24 stitches. Then you're going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 to close off the round. Then you're going to chain up 3, and then into the same stitch we are going to make another double crochet. So those are 2 double crochets. Then into the next stitch, but back loop only still, we are going to make 1 double crochet only this time, 1 double crochet. Then into the next stitch we are going to make 2 double crochets in the back loop only. The next stitch will receive only 1 double crochet. Then the next stitch is going to be an increase. Those are 2 double crochets, back loop only into the same stitch. The next stitch will receive only 1 double crochet in the back loop only. So we are basically alternating between an increase and a single double crochet, an increase and a single double crochet, if that makes any sense, guys. One double crochet and increase, 1 double crochet and increase. So you're going to go all the way around, and our stitches will keep on increasing by 12. Okay, so this next round you'll have a total of 36 stitches by the end of round 3. So I went all the way around and I confirmed my 36 stitches. You should make sure your last stitch is not an increase stitch. So you're going to slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain for the first double crochet. Confirm that you have 36 stitches for round 3. So for round 4 you're going to chain up 3 like that, and you're still going to make another double crochet into this very first stitch where the chain 3 is. And now we are going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, back loop only, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, back loop only, and then we are going to make an increase into the next stitch, which is 2 double crochets in the back loop only. So that is the pattern: 2 1 1 2 Then we shall have one double crochet and one double crochet. Let me show you. So make one double crochet, back loop only into the next stitch, one double crochet, back loop only into the next. Then the next we are going to make 2 double crochets, back loop only, and that is what we call an increase. And that is a pattern repeat for round 4. I believe by now, guys, you're getting the hang of how this is all flowing. We just keep on increasing the number of double crochets we do before an increase for every round that we go. So keep on doing the 2 double crochets, then an increase, 2 double crochets, then an increase. I believe by now you're getting how the pattern is flowing. Okay, so at the end of round 4 you should have a total of 48 stitches, because we keep on increasing our stitches by 12. I already told you guys. So I'm going to let you guys keep on working round 4. Okay, keep working round 4, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done also with my round 4. So I've ended round 4, and make sure you once again you end with 2 double crochets without any increase. Okay, and then we are going to slip stitch once again on top of the 3rd chain. So just find the top of it and make a slip stitch there like that. You're going to chain up 3. We're going to round 5 into the same stitch, make a double crochet. That is our first increase, and now we are going to make 3 standalone double crochets. So 1, the back loop only, another one, and then the 3rd one. So those are 3 double crochets, and we are going to make an increase into the next stitch, but in the back loop only. 3 double crochets, back loop only, 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to make an increase into the next. This is how the round 5 is flowing. Make 3 double crochets, back loop only, and then an increase. Yeah, so keep building round 5 as well. Okay, 3 standalone double crochets and increase, 3 standalone double crochets and increase, and you should have 60 stitches by the time you're done with round 5. Okay, so I'm done with round 5, and still going to conclude in the same way we have been concluding, by slip stitching on top of the 3rd chain of the first double crochet, then chain up 3 into the same stitch, make a double crochet. And for round 6 you're going to have 4 standalone double crochets and an increase, 4 double crochets, then an increase. So just go all the way around, and personally for me I ended on round 6, but if you want your bag to be bigger, you're going to keep on building in the same sequence. Okay, keep increasing the number of double crochets you make before you increase. Okay, if you want a bigger bag, you're going to do more rounds. I hope I'm clear. Okay, mine is a mini rose bag, so I'm not going to do so many rounds as I want it to be a petite bag, but you can go ahead and make as many rounds as you want. We are still going to follow the same instructions even when we go forward. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys work round 6 and as many other rows as you would want, and I'll be back to also show you the measurements of my bag base when I'm done. So keep going, and I'll meet you guys after that. Okay, Okay guys, I finished my round 6, which is my last round, and for the measurements it measures about 5 3/4, as you can see, and this is what exactly I wanted for my base. Only 6 rounds are okay for my size. Okay, so also go ahead and excuse me, weave in all the loose ends, because right now we are going to start making the rows. Okay, and I want us to have a clean piece before we do that. So weave in any loose ends, and let's go ahead and start on the rows. So you're going to once again grab your yarn and make a slip knot. A slip knot. And you see these loops that we created by working in the back loop only. We are going to connect our yarn into any of those loops from the first round. So pick up one loop and insert your yarn there and make a chain. So I'll count that as my first chain, because you're going to make chain of 3, but this is my first, so I'll make 2 more. And do the same loop or stitch. You're going to make 2 more double crochets, so those will be 3 double crochets. And I'm holding that yarn behind so that I weave it in. Then into the next stitch you're going to also make a cluster of 3 while weaving in that loose end. So 1, 2, a cluster of 3 double crochets. If I did not mention, we are making double crochets. So the first stitch got 3, the next one will also get 3, and then also the next one will receive 3. So just hold on to that loose yarn into the next loop or stitch, make 3 double crochets. So you should have a total of 9 double crochets. And you're going to chain up 2, turn your work, and we are going to consider this chain 2 as our first double crochet. So into that same stitch you're going to make another double crochet. So those are 2 double crochets now. Then another 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then 2 double crochets into the next one as well. So you're going to keep on doing 2 double crochets into each and every stitch for this round. It should bring you to a total of 18 stitches or double crochets. And on that chain 3 you're also going to find the top of it and make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So you should have 18 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and you're going to make single crochets onto each and every stitch. So go all the way around the top, making 1 single crochet onto each and every stitch. We're kind of like making a border to seal this off. So in the end you should also still have 18 single crochets. And on top of that chain 2 as well, since it counted as a stitch, make sure it also gets a single crochet. And that's it for our first petal, the rose. And now we are going to, I'll cut off this yarn later since I worked over it, and you're just going to once again hold your work very well so that you can identify the next stitches. So we are going to skip three loop stitches, as you can see. 1, 2 and 3, and into the fourth one just grab it and insert your hook and pull through, making a single crochet. And once again we are going to make clusters, so chain 3 clusters of 3 double crochets. So into the same stitch make another 2 double crochets, which will count as 3 double crochets into the first stitch. Then into the next stitch you're also going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Into the next stitch make 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. So we have our group of 9 double crochets, chain 2, turn your work. And I already said that chain 2 counts for the double crochet. We are going to make another double crochet to the same stitch and 2 double crochets into each of the next stitches, which will once again bring us to our 18 double crochets. So make 2 double crochets into each and every stitch. Chain 3 also will get 2 double crochets, so find the top of it and make 2 double crochets there. Chain 1, turn your work and make 18 single crochets into every stitch. Sorry, 1 single crochet into each of the 18. That is better. One single crochet into each and every stitch. Of the chain 2 we'll make 1 single crochet. So that's it for this round of the petals, and we should only have 3 loops left, 1, 2 and 3, which we are going to skip over. So you're going to kind of interlock those, then you're going to find the middle stitch of the middle cluster. Remember we made clusters of 3 double crochets. We want the exact middle stitch of the middle cluster, so that middle group of 3 double crochets, you're going to identify the middle stitch or the second stitch and just find a space either below it or on the side of it. I'm just trying to also find the best place, but I think I attacked it from below, so just find a way of making sure you get the middle of it and find a way of working around it. So as long as you don't unwrap your work in a weird way, just pick it up from either below or in the side and make a single crochet to close off this round. So you can see how our petals have interlocked. And that's it for the first round of the petals for the rose. So to go on to the next round, we are going to just go directly opposite that last single crochet we made. So just slide your hook and get the closest stitch, or the most opposite stitch to that single crochet you worked, and make a single crochet into it, like that. So we are into the next round of the ridges, which we're going to work our next petals. So chain up 3, and that counts as our first double crochet. So once again, we are going to make clusters of 3 double crochets into each stitch. So that's my second, then the third, then we are going to make another 3 into the next stitch. That's 1, 2, and 3. And lastly, we are going to make the last one, which is also 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So it's basically the same thing we are going to do. Chain 2 and make the increases of 2 double crochets into each and every stitch, leaving you with a total of 18 double crochets. So 2 double crochets into each and every stitch. Again, the chain 3. It's also 2 double crochets. I know it can be a little bit hard to get into, but make sure you don't skip it. So 2 double crochets on top of the chain 3. And chain 1. We're going to have our single crochets onto each and every stitch. So that's a total of 18 single crochets. Okay, so I'm done with my 18 single crochet and we are going to once again skip 3 stitches and make a single crochet into the 4th stitch, like that. And I think by now, guys, you're getting how this pattern is flowing, and also our petals will keep increasing by 2 for every round that we go. Okay, you're just going to keep on repeating this sequence of making the clusters. You skip 3 single crochet into the next till all the loops are done, but just make sure that for each round your petals increase by 2. Okay, they keep on increasing by 2, so this next round will end with a total of 4 petals. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys work this next round. Just rewind the video if you not understood how we are making the clusters and then the increases. Just make sure at the end of this you have only 4 petals. Okay, so keep on repeating the same thing, skipping 3, making another cluster, building on it, like that, So let's meet after we are done with this second round of the petals. It should be 4 petals in total. Alright guys, I went all the way around repeating the same thing, and I came up with the 4 petals as you see, 1 2 3 and 4, and you should have 3 stitches left by the time you're done with the last petal. You can see 1 2 and 3 and once again we are going to identify the middle stitch of the middle cluster. So skip the first and the last cluster, but go into the stitch of the middle 3 double crochets. It's quite a hard one to tackle, but just attack it from whichever point you feel to come out best, but be careful not to unravel anything, and make a single crochet when you get the best point to close up the round like that. So that's what we have at the moment, and we are going to repeat the same thing. You're just going to go into a stitch that's directly opposite your last single crochet. So it is that loop over there, and I'll make a single crochet. Excuse me, and then I'm going to chain up 3 and make a group of 3 double crochets into the first stitch. Then into the next stitch I'll also make a group of 3 double crochets. 1 2 and 3. Then also 3 double crochets into the next one. 1 2 and 3. And basically going to repeat the same thing like I said. You're now going to keep on building your petals. So the next round is going to get a total of 6 petals. The next round will get a total of 8. And personally for me, I did not work till the very last ridge, but if you want something extra roughly, you can also work on this last ridge that you see, but for me I did not want it to be so roughly. But go ahead and make as many rounds of the petals. Just make sure they keep on increasing by 2 as you go, and rewind this video for the parts that you did not understand so well. So I'll meet you guys when I'm done with the rows. Just keep on making the same rounds till you build to the petals that you want. So I finished and I ended with 8 petals, and you're going to make a total of 2 of these. You make 2 of these, okay? Like I said, you need 2 roses that we are going to join together. So after you're done making this, you're going to rewind your video and make another rose following the same instructions. And also make sure you weave in all the loose ends, because right now we are going to attach our lining also to the base. So weave in all the loose ends, and I'll be back to show you the lining bit. Alright guys, for the lining bit, I honestly must apologize because I lost some of my footage, but you're just going to lay your rose onto your fabric and cut all the way around the base, but not exactly on the base itself. Make sure you leave a little bit of allowance. That's going to help us to pinch in the raw edges, okay? I don't know if that makes sense guys. I'm so sorry I lost my footage, but cut but in a way that you're leaving some little space, okay, like about half an inch or 3/4. Just make sure you cut around the base. Don't cut the rose, just cut around the base, okay? Also, if you can use this, you can cut with a fabric scissor, the better, okay? Just cut all the way around it and just leave a little space as you see me what I've done here, okay? Not too big but not too small, okay? So after you're done, you must have gotten a shape that's the size of your back base, but just with a little allowance, okay? So we're going to just pinch the raw edges into the into the base like this, as you see me do, but don't put it at the real edge. Leave a little allowance. That's going to help us to whip stitch the double crochets onto the lining. Okay, just leave some little space as you've seen me do here. So go all the way around pinning, and if at all you feel like your fabric is a little bit big, you can just pleat at the end, as long as it's not a very big pleat. Okay, or you can keep on resizing it, keep on cutting it until it is able to fit well. I think because my lining was a bit stretchy, but just pinch in the raw edges and go on pinning them all the way around till it fits perfectly. Or if you have a little pleat, it is okay, just make sure it is not too big. Okay, just have something neat that you can work with. Okay, as long as you've pinched in the raw edges and put fabric pins all the way around. Okay, I hope that is clear. So next thing for us to do now is to grab our needle and thread. I said you should have a sewing needle. Just grab your sewing needle and also the thread that matches your lining. I'm just going to pull on it. So you're going to first of all pull out one strand like this, and then further cut this. So I want my sewing thread to be a bit thick, so I'm going to make sure it is made up of 4 threads. I don't know if that makes sense. By the time I thread it into the needle, the base will appear like it has four strands of thread, as you see me pull it through. So you have like 4 strands. So pull through like this, and then you will make a knot at the end. Just level this up and then make a knot to close off the bottom part of the thread. It wasn't equal, that's why I had to recut it. So make a knot. You can even knot it 2 times for extra secureness, like you see me do, and then pull. Then you can cut off the excess. So you should have 4 strands of thread. So you're going to just go into the lining and then the stitch. Remember I told you to leave some room on top so that we can be able to stitch this. So you're just going to go through the lining and through those double crochets at the top, like that. Just work stitches from within the lining to the outside of the bag, like this. So we call that whip stitching. Just go gently around the bag. Make sure also these fabric pins don't prick you. They are a little bit dangerous, so be careful as you go. Let's do something neat. Reach a point where the pin is, make sure you remove it so that it doesn't get in the way of your stitching. carry on with the whip stitching. This is what you're going to repeat all the way around. You're going to keep on whip stitching. Where the pins are, you remove and just keep on going, make sure they don't prick you, but also make sure at the same time you're able to align the work properly. And this exact thing you're also going to repeat for the second bag base. Okay, the way you cut the lining, also cut another lining for the second rows or the second base. And you're going to repeat the same instructions. You'll pinch in, put the fabric pins and keep whip stitching till it is all fitted well into the bag. If you enjoyed this video up to this point, please do not forget to subscribe and share with those that you think would be interested in learning this craft. It helps our channel grow. Alright guys, after you're done with the lining and the whip stitching, you should have two neat bases like this that are well lined, and now it's time for us to join these together. We are going to join these together, but before we do that, we are going to first of all place our stoppers. So you're going to determine which part you want to be the top of your bag. Just determine which point you want to be the top. I mean, this is a circle, so you can't really say there is a top and bottom, but just eyeball and be like, you know, this is my top. So go about an inch or half an inch below the top of the bag, and just place your chalk there. Okay, half an inch or so. Then I'm just going to kiss this onto the other side. Just kiss them together so that other chalk also gets mapped onto the other side, so that I don't have to measure again what to do on this other side of the bag. So I have marked where I want the stoppers to be on either side of the top of every base. So they will be closing up like so. So you're going to go ahead and grab them and open it up. Excuse me. You open it. And going to attach one at a time. So you just align this in the exact middle part. Okay, where you placed the chalk is where you will align this. this. So we are going to also be hand stitching this. So you're going to once again grab your needle and thread, and you thread it the way I showed you with 4 strands. Make sure you have 4 strands because you want something that's thick and that's not going to unravel. So just hold on to it like that, and then when you're sure it's in place, you're going to first go through the lining and first insert the thread. Make sure you're working within the lining, not outside the bag, guys. So insert your thread there and then go through that loop on the on the stopper. And honestly, guys, there's no rule book on how to attach this. I just showed you the way that worked easiest for me. Honestly, it was also a bit of a winging thing here for me, but I was just trying it out as well for the first time. But just observe how I'm doing it. I just sort of decided to go like back and forth, but then I later on changed and decided to go around it from the back side only. You're going to see how I did that. So just observe how I did it, and if you have a better way, it's also fine. But I'll just make sure at the end of the day that this stopper is seated well and is not going to dance around in a loose manner. So my strategy, I think at the end when I eventually got it, is that I started making some sort of loops around and around around the ring, should I say. So I kept on pushing it backwards, and then I saw from the back side to create some sort of like looping around that opening, and that worked for me. So if that can also work for you, well and good. So just go around it several times. I will not say exactly how many times you should do it, but keep doing that till you feel like it's firm enough and it's not going to unravel. Do as many rounds as will make you feel confident. Then when you're sure it's secure, just make a loop and go through it with your needle to make a secure knot like that. Or you can even tie it after the way that, or just choose the best way to secure this when you're done. For me, I just made a loop, pulled through the loop and went through it with my needle and thread, and then cut very closely. You can even get those little scissors that can cut these threads if they go within. Like there are those little scissors that cut off these excess threads better. So if you can even access that, the better, so that you have even a cleaner finishing. So for me, I just went in with mine and cut off the excess. And that's how we are going to go about attaching our stopper. So I'm going to show you for one next loop on the stopper, and you'll do the rest on your own. So first of all, you insert your thread through the lining and outside like this. Make sure nothing is showing outside on your yarn, by the way, guys. So you do it like this, then after that you begin to go through that circle on the stopper. Like that, and once again we are going to make as if loops all the way in and out. This from the back side. the back side. And then just pull through. And you'll do as many rounds, 4 or 5 or 6. But also don't do too many, that again it becomes so bulky. So like that. And make sure you pull tight. Make sure it's done. You make it look like that and go through it fast and off. And then pull like that. You can go ahead and grab your scissors and cut off the excess thread. Cut away. You don't want those little threads showing outside, so you're going to basically repeat the same thing for the other two open loops. And then in the same way we have done that, is the same way we're also going to do the same thing on this opposite side of the bag. The part that's supposed to close into the other one, you're also going to do the same thing. Rewind the video and repeat the same instructions of how we sewed the previous one. Same way you're going to sew the next one, okay? At the end of the day, you should have them being able to close and they should be well aligned. Excuse me, that's why we had to mark them with chalk. So do that and I'll meet you guys after. So I'm done, and this is how my stopper looks like. You can see it's well sewn and firm and it's closing up properly. And I went ahead and used stitch markers to close up the rest of the bag, because now it's time for us to determine the opening, and then we close up the other parts that won't be open. So you're going to just determine how wide you want your bag to be. Remember, you might have even made a different size and you want it to open up more, but I said mine is just a little bag and I want it to just be a little petite cute thing. So I won't even have such a wide opening, but you can make yours as wide as you want it to be. So I just went from the middle of my bag where I put the stopper and split that into two, because I think I wanted an opening of 5. So from every side, from where the middle part of the bag is, or the stopper is, I measured out going 2.5, and even the other side I'll measure 2.5, so that it's well aligned, and it's giving me exactly 5 inches accurately. So you can see the stitch marker is a bit far from the 2.5 I want, so I'll just place another stitch marker into the right place where I want the opening to stop. And I'll go ahead and remove the old one, and I'll measure again to see if this side is also accurate. So I'll measure out, and you can see the stitch marker is accurate, so I don't have to change it. You see, it's giving me 2.5 exactly. Excuse me. So my opening is measuring exactly 5. So and this is the point where we are going to now use our darning needle to close up these remaining points that are outside the opening. Okay, so these 2 stitch markers are marking our we are going to end the sewing for each side. Okay, so I'll go all the way from one marker to the other one, and where it ends is where I'll stop joining, so that one part or the top part remains open. I hope that makes sense. So let's get our darning needle and do that. So when thread your darning needle, and you're going to go through one of those, that point where the first stitch marker is, that is from the point where the back opening is ending, and just go through it with your thread or your yarn like this. First go through it like this, then you go through the stitch again to end up with a little loop, as you can see it. Pull through gently. You have a loop like that, and then go through it so that you fasten this point. Make sure it is firm. So now you're going to go into stitch to stitch the edges of the bag. So go into one stitch and then onto the stitch opposite it. It's kind of like whip stitching as well. So just go into stitch to stitch. Okay. There was still some allowance we had left even after we had sewn in the lining, so just find the best way to align your edges, okay, in a neat way. Just keep going all the way around till you reach the last stitch marker, where the one that marks where the bag opening ends. Just take your time and keep whip stitching this all the way around, and I'll meet you guys after that is done. Just keep working into stitch to stitch. So guys, I'm done seaming up the sides that needed to be seamed up, and I left the bag opening, as you can see. I also went ahead to attach one of the rings, but don't worry, I'll show you how I did that on the opposite side as well. So yeah, let's grab the rings as well, the rings that are going to help us to attach our handle. So for the kind that I got, they kind of have this effect that goes down like this. So that's what's going to help us to fasten this to the side of the bag. So you're just going to open it like this, and we are going to put it into the side where we ended the whip stitching while joining the sides. Excuse me. We are going to just find the side where you ended, like the middle point, and attach this. This was really tricky. This ring keeps sliding a lot, and actually I realized that this wasn't even the right way to attach it, because this side was flat, this side was raised. Okay, and I think the flat side is the best way because our handles go upwards. So this is the right way, so I had to readjust this. So I am going ahead to open this so that I change it to the flat side, and this was honestly the trickiest part ever. But just make sure you're able to just go into that side part where you last ended the whip stitching, and take your time to attach this ring in a way that it is going to lay flat. Finally got it right. So I think you can see what I was trying to say. The reason why it should lay flat is that our handle, by the time we put our handle, we can be able to carry it like this. Okay, so now that that is done, it's time for us now to work on our handle, and for that you're going to grab your yarn once again. Grab the yarn, I'm going to make a slip knot, and you'll attach it into one of the rings like that. It wasn't firm enough, so I had to redo. You're going to attach your yarn into one of the rings, and fasten. Please make sure it's firm. And you're going to determine how long you want your bag handle to be. So I'm just grabbing my tape measure to make a rough estimate of how long I want this to be. I think I concluded on about 14 inches. At first I wanted 16, but I think I later on changed to 14. So you're just going to make a chain as long as you want your bag to be. I wanted 16, but I decided to lessen that by 2, I think. Just make it as long as you want. So make chains. I'm going to make chains that are equivalent to 14 inches. Keeping in mind that this is also stretching yarn, so you don't want to measure out something that's too long, because this yarn stretches out. So I'll keep on going till I have 14 inches, and I'll meet you guys after that. Okay, so I'm done, and this is my chain. It measures 14 and a half or 14 and a quarter, but that's perfectly fine. And another thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your pearls. Now it's time for us to use them. I'm also going to take a hold of a very tiny hook. I think I have about a 0.6 here, so just get a very small hook, because this is going to be essential for us in connecting the pearls. I'm sorry I did not mention this one at the beginning, but you can also access a very small hook that can go through the the center of those pearls so that we're able to attach it to the string of yarn. As you can see, this goes through the middle of the pearl perfectly. So you're going to just guys, all this was just a little bit of winging, but just observe what I did. Just insert the hook in the middle of the pearl and then into the last chain, going sort of yarn over and then pull through into the pearl. Okay, just take your time. It's a little bit tricky, but it eventually works. This was the best way I found on how to make it work, so just observe. Then pull through and then push it all the way to the bottom. And grab another pearl and do the same thing. Insert your hook into it and then pull. It looks like the thread is getting distorted, but we are going to note this at the end, so don't be so worried about the yarn there unraveling. And if at all it unravels too much, you can reconnect and once again make the chain a bit longer so that you have a strand of yarn where to push the pearl through. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, but we are going to note this at the end, so that shouldn't worry you if it is no longer looking as neat. So just keep on going with this same approach. This is the only strategy I found that would work, but if at all like you have a better one, please use that. Because honestly, this was just trying out what I could use. So you're going to keep going and just keep attaching the pearls. Repeat this as you go, and also you keep on measuring out, but also these pearls also determine how long the strap is. At first I wanted 16, but I later on changed to 14. These pearls also contribute to the length. I make sure you're measuring out the length to determine that it's what you want at the end of that day. So I'm going to let you guys keep on making the handle till it is measuring to your preferred length. Okay guys, so I'm done and this is measuring exactly 14 inches like I want, and at the end you should be able to have something to use to tie at the other corner of the bag. So we're just going to hold it like this and just go into the ring like this. you're going to make a knot there, a very tight knot. So just observe how I'm doing it. You're going to knot it several times. So pull on the pearls and make sure they are firm, and then you're going to knot this up several times, either twice or thrice. And then pull excuse me, pull it to secure it. And you can see what we are having. Just make sure it's firm, not why we're also going to fasten the other side, so make sure that it's really firm. And like I said, we are going to knot it again. So go through the ring and once again make another knot. This has to be really firm that it won't pop open. So secure it in the best way possible. Make sure you hold the handle to make sure it is exactly what you want. There shouldn't be like so many spaces between the pearls. So when you're sure that it's firm, you'll cut off the excess yarn. Like that. And then also on the opposite side of the ring, we're also going to cross check the corner. Just remember there's also that strand of yarn that we left, so you're also going to make a knot around the ring of the handle, and notice several times, like 3 or 4 times. Pull tight. Then you're sure it is really firm, you just cut, and that's basically it, guys, for our little bag, our rosy bag. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up, not forget to subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye and take care.